how to program this BCM. So you go to email and you can see, go back, you can see the VIN number is different from the VIN number in the RFA. So the RFA VIN number is 347, the BCM VIN number is 266. So it's two different things. And there's only one key program. So let me go to email and scan and see if I'll see any function related to that. ECU configuration. Okay, so now what I need is the pin code. Then I'll use, so let me read the pin code. So this is the pin code. Okay, I'll go back. Let me see control modules. Okay, module replacement, PCM replacement. Then click on okay, using this function. Okay, now the control module is already programmed. Okay, yes, this is the okay. So I'm trying to program to sync the RFA and the BCM together. This BCM is not ready to send. Beauty. Wow. Okay. Let me move from here and check whether I can use to work on this. So now what I've done is I've gone to diagnosis to change the VIN in the BCM. Yes, so now I'm changing the VIN in the BCM. Then after that I'll reset it. This function is not supported. Let me try again. Let me do reset first. Wow, this function is not. Let me redo it again. Reset. This original vehicle VIN. Yes. I'll try another one. Go back, reset this here. Let me try proximity alignment and see. Wow. So with this car, you can't just replace the the BCM with a used one. So what we did is we swapped the EEPROM chip in it, which was X646X. We swapped it, and now the ignition is turning on. So what I'm going to do is I'm not communicating with the PCM. That's why I can see the red light flashing. So what I'm going to do is I'll check the wiring diagram and diagnose and see why I'm not able to communicate with the PCM. So now I'm scanning it whilst I'm able to see if you can see when you turn on the ignition, it turns on. So I'm now going to scan it and see which of the module is having an issue. It looks like Think Tool has changed their software a bit. You can see now the voltage shows at the top here. So I'll wait for it to do what it wants to do. So this is why I went in for the Think Tool. After fixing the BCM issue, changing the EEPROM on the VCM. So now what I'll do is I'll scan the system and see which one I'll be able to communicate with. So if you can see the ones that I'll not be able to communicate with, I'll see. So I'm not able to communicate with the PCM. Let me see if I'll be able to communicate with the transmission. And all these ones are on the same CAN, which is CAN high and CAN low, or they call it CAN C. So I'm able to communicate with the transmission, and I'm able to communicate with most of the modules on the CAN C. So the PCM, I have to go and check why I'm not able to communicate with it. So I have to wait for it to finish scanning. Then I'll go and check why I'm not able to communicate with the CAN C. So I'm not able to communicate with the PCM. That's the most important thing. So now what I'll do is I know I'm not able to communicate with the trees or the fault code. And then wait and see what will happen. So after erasing all the fault code now, let me go and check on my PCM and see why I'm not able to communicate with it. So I'm erasing all the fault code. Now before I'll check for power and ground and signal line. So I'll wait for it to erase the fault code at code, and it is done. So now let me go and check why my PCM is not able to. I'm not able to communicate with my PCM. So this is the PCM, and I have to disconnect this socket. I have to disconnect this socket and test for CAN high and CAN low. For my wiring diagram, it tells me that CAN high is 33 and CAN low is 57 or 53 or so. So I'll check them and test power and ground and see. Power and ground on this connector C1 is 96. So I'll check them and see. So now that I've connected my test lights, let me check on the pin 96 and the ground also. This pin 96, it has to be hot all the time. So that means I'm having that. So the down one is ground. So let me switch my test light and see if it will, and it turns on. That tells me that I have my ground and my power correct. So now what I'll do is I have to go to CAN high. So let me disconnect this. And CAN high is supposed to be in here, any of the pins here. So it will be that this here. So let me check my scan tool and see the signal that I'm getting on my CAN line. And if you check the signal, it's horrible. Let me test the other side. No, my CAN is either opposite or side by side. So, and this one, this is the 53. And if you check, I'm having horrible CAN. So I have to trace my wiring and see what I'm having horrible CAN line. And tell the customer the issue and run away. So now, after a couple of times now, the red light is off, the mobilizer light is off. So after touching the cable, pushing it in properly. So now what I'm doing is, wow, I'm having 9%. So I have to put a battery maintainer on this, and now you can see I'm able to communicate with the ECU. So what I did is I pushed the pins in properly, and now I'm able to communicate with the ECU. So let me go to the PCM and get information and see. Okay. The VIN number is 47. So now I'm able to communicate with the ECU. I have to put my battery maintainer on it so that I can start the vehicle. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. So now you can see the red light goes off and doesn't come. When I turn it on again, the car tries to start, but the red light comes on and goes off. Yes, thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Now after fitting the battery maintainer, what I've done is I've pushed these two pins so that they will push the pins in. So what I'm going to do is with this maintainer I can crank it. I've placed it to the place that I can crank it. But before that I have to scan the whole vehicle and see if I'll be able to communicate. But now I'll not be able to communicate with the ABS because I've disconnected it. But I'll connect it back later. So now I'm able to communicate with the PCM. So I'll go and connect the ABS back, then I'll see if I'll be able to communicate with the ABS now. But for now, there is no communication with the ABS. So I'll erase all the fault code in the system because most of the fault code will be reporting ABS and lost communication with engine control module, which is history now. So now I'll wait for it to finish scanning, then I'll go and fit the ABS back. So now the PCM is communicating, so I'll go and fix the ABS back and make sure when I scan the ABS I'll get communication. So now I've connected the ABS, so let me try and enter into the ABS and see if there will be communication. If there is communication, then that means yes. Let me rescan the whole vehicle. Let me go back and rescan. So if you can see now, my battery voltage is around 13, and because I've placed the machine in a position that I might be able to so I've placed my machine in a position that I can start the vehicle. So let me see if it will communicate. If it doesn't communicate, then I have to go and check the ABS connectors and fit them properly. So for now, I've been able to program. So this is the 2 BCM and this is the used one he bought. So we swapped the chip in the old one and we call it a fix. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. So with these vehicles, the issue is you can't program a used BCM to it. So unless you copy the data on the old one, then you write it onto it. So I'm done scanning. Let me see the fault codes in the PCM. Let me erase all of them. And okay, let me erase all of them. Then after that, I'll start the vehicle and see the fault codes that will come up. Then I'll call it a fix. I'm done. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. So with my power supply, I can put it on crank, start vehicle, so that I can start the vehicle and still the power maintainer will still be running. So yeah, now the vehicle is running. So what I'll do is let me check if my power maintainer is on. So it will quickly go off, and there will be no current, and you can see that I'm having 0.1. So there will be no current flowing through it again. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. So I'll call it a fix. I'll let the vehicle run for a while, then I'll see if there will be any other issue.